This is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high schools. Now, here's the woman with the questions, Donna Rush.
Texaco Star Academic Challenge. I'm Donna Rush, and we have two very competitive teams ready to get to work today. They are Kempner and Lamar High Schools, and we've also got a great crowd to cheer them on today. So let's see how these teams do. We're going to do our warm-up round, but before we begin, we want to remind you about the different sounds that you will be hearing. This sound means your answer is correct. This is incorrect. And this signals the end of a quarter or the end of the game. And let's begin our warm-up round. For 5 points, butane and propane are gases, but they are usually transported from state to state in what other form?
Kempner, David.
Liquid.
Correct, for 5 points. And for 5 points. In the algebraic expression 3x, 3 is called the exponent, reciprocal.
Kempner, David. Coefficient.
Correct, for 5 points. For 10 points, Sigmund Freud is associated with all these concepts except free association, dream interpretation, the id, repressed libido, or archetype.
Lamar, Justin.
Free association.
Kempner?
Kempner, Samir.
Id.
It is archetype is what we're looking for. Let's go on with another 5-point question. What is meant by the incubation period of a disease?
Lamar, Justin.
The time it takes before the symptoms break out.
Correct, 4 or 5 points. Okay, players, this is worth 5 points, and it is a visual, so please take a look at your monitors in the studio of Houston's 2 for your clue. This is how he appeared on the cover of his 1988...
Lamar, Sergio.
Stephen W. Hawking.
That is correct, 4 or 5 points. For 10 points. Now that they've left the White House, President and Mrs. Bush will divide their time between residences in what?
Lamar, Justin.
Texas and Maine.
That is correct. In what two states is what we're looking for? Texas and Maine. And they arrived in Houston yesterday, as we know. Now for 10 points. The annual Offshore Technology Conference in what city is the world's largest?
Lamar, Tony.
Houston, Texas.
That is correct. Right here in our hometown. For another 5 points. He called his 1951 collection of sci-fi and fantasy stories The Illustrated Man.
Kempner, David.
Ray Bradbury.
Correct for 5 points. Carry on for a 10-point question. The Folger Shakespeare Library is on which famous hill?
Lamar, Justin.
Capitol Hill.
Correct for 10 points. And here's a music question for you, so listen carefully. Woody Herman played the premiere of Stravinsky's Ebony Concerto for Jazz Band, and which instrument? Listen.
Kempner, Eamon.
The clarinet.
Correct for 5 points. Now we're going to go on to another 5-point question. The Brooklyn Bridge spans which body of water?
Lamar, Tony.
The East River.
Correct for 5 points. Now we have a special celebrity questioner for you, so we want you to take a look once again at your monitor in Houston's 2 studio for this question worth 10 points.
Hi, I'm Roland Galvan in the Channel 2 Weather Center. Have a question for you. What happens during a thermal inversion?
Lamar, Justin.
The hot air is trapped by the cold air on top.
We will accept that. A warm air mass moves over a cooler air mass. Correct for 10 points. Now another 10-point question for you. A whole number is greater than 20 and less than 2,000. What is the smallest possible value of the sum of all its digits?
Lamar, Tony.
3.
Stand for Kempner.
Kempner, Eamon.
1.
Correct, for 10 points. Another 10-point question for you. What contribution did Ernest Howard Shepard make to the Winnie the Pooh books?
Lamar, Justin.
He illustrated them.
Correct, for 10 points. And here's a 5-point visual for you. Please take a look at your monitors in the Houston 2 studio. This photo was taken January 17th of 1991. In which city?
Lamar, Tony.
Baghdad.
Correct, for 5 points. And another 5-point question for you. Under normal circumstances, where is a viewer in relation to a light source for a rainbow to be seen?
Lamar, Tony.
Below the rainbow?
Kempner, Karthik.
Perpendicular to it?
What we're looking for is between the light source and the rainbow. And that rounds up the warm-up round for us. Stay with us because when we come back, we'll take a look at the scores, see how these teams are doing, and we'll move right into the bonus round. Stay with us. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We've had quite a round one, and we're about to head into round two. But first of all, let's take a look at that scoreboard. Kempner now stands at 30 points and Lamar at 70. Still a lot to go. Let's head into that second round. But before we do, we want to introduce our players for you today. And we're going to begin with Lamar. To your right is Justin Nelson. All of these, he is a senior, and he is a route leader for Amigos de las Americas last summer in Ecuador. He also plans to attend Yale University. He is the captain of the team. We also have Tony Sullivan. He is presently taking French 5, debate club vice president, and spent the last 3 summers in French immersion camp. Also, Sergio Moreno, president of the National Honor Society, president of Thespians, and acted in several Lamar productions. And rounding out the team is Ray Witt, National Merit semifinalist, 3-year captain of cross-country team, and member of the track team. Our coaches for Lamar are Judy Walker, Dr. Carol Case, and the alternate players are Danny White and Josh Marcus. Let's give a hand for Lamar. That entire team, by the way, made up of seniors. Now go up to Kempner High School. This is also an all-senior team, and our captain is Iman Baki. He is a National Merit semifinalist, band president, and all-area trombone. Also is Karthik Kartikaneni. I got it, I believe. Kartikaneni. He is a National Merit Commended Scholar, UIL in Science, and the Academic Decathlon. Also, David Scott is a National Merit Commended Scholar, Thespian Secretary, and with the Academic Decathlon. And Samir Mehta is president of JETS and Mu Alpha Theta, and he's a member of the National Art Honor Society. The coaches are Pat Criswell, Shelley Carell, and Roy Adamchek. Let's give Kempner a big hand. Two also very important people with us here today are the judges. To your left is Professor Tom Hudson with the Department of Physics at the University of Houston. And to his right is Mike Mastandria. He's director of Score Unlimited and the chief judge of the Texaco Star National Academic Championship. So let's give them a big hand.
Nice. Got a hand before.
Right now, we want to head into our bonus round. Players will be playing for the chance to answer bonus questions. The first to answer a toss-up question correctly gets an opportunity this time to answer bonus questions in government. Let's begin with a 5-point question. Christopher Drogul is accused of authorizing $4 million in illegal loans to Iraq through the Atlanta branch of Banca Nacional de Lavado. In what country are the parent offices of this bank?
Lamar, Tony.
Italy?
Correct. And Lamar will now play for government bonus questions worth 5 points. Which agency did Jim Garrison believe was responsible for killing President Kennedy to keep the U.S. involved in Vietnam?
The CIA?
Correct. For 10 points, the Supreme Court heard arguments in the case of the U.S. versus 92 Buena Vista Avenue, which allows the government to seize property in the event it was purchased with funds secured by illegal activities. This law was originally intended to deplete the resources of which criminal offenders?
Drug.
Correct. Drug dealers. For 15 points, name the only two women ever to give Democratic keynote speeches. They were Texans.
Barbara Jordan and Ann Richards.
Correct. And for 20 points, Bill Clinton once worked in the office of what senator who chaired the Foreign Relations Committee and was an outspoken opponent of the Vietnam War?
He already gave the answer.
William
He
Fulbright.
gave the answer.
Oh,
but you
very
can wait
good.
till she completes
I'm
it
sorry.
since you're not competing.
That's fine. Thank you. I didn't hear that. But you completed all four questions for a bonus of 50 points. So congratulations, and we'll go on now back to a toss-up question. This toss-up question gives you the opportunity to compete for Old Testament bonus questions. For 10 points, the first lasted from the 5th to the 19th of September of 1914 and ended when the German...
Lamar, Justin.
World Wars.
Not what we're looking for. And ended when the German High Command ordered a retreat, just as the troops of Kluck and Bülow came in view of the...
Kempner, Samir.
Battle of the Marne.
Correct. First and second Battle of the Marne. Now playing for Old Testament bonus questions for 5 points. The English title of this biblical book is a translation of the Greek arithmoi. What is it?
Numbers?
Correct, for 10 points. Who was given this order? Entice him and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, and we will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver.
Delilah?
Correct. For 15 points, Nebuchadnezzar offered the governorship of the province of Babylon to this prophet, but he refused it. Can you name him?
Joseph?
The answer is Daniel. We're looking for Daniel. So we go back now to a toss-up question worth 10 points. Translate this French sentence into English. Y a-t-il une pharmacie près d'ici?
Lamar, Tony.
There's a drugstore near here.
Correct. Your bonus questions are in American history. For 5 points. In which year did Hawaii, as a state, vote for the first time in a presidential election?
1960.
Correct. For 10 points, name the Patriot Vigilante group which, on the eve of the revolution, terrorized violators of non-importation and consumption agreements.
Sons of Liberty.
For 15, George Washington was what school's chancellor from 1788 until his death?
University of Virginia.
We're looking for a College of William and Mary. Let's go back to a toss-up worth 10 points. You'll be playing for math bonus questions. This is in music, so listen carefully. A Little Night Music was a Broadway show that really had only one memorable song, made even more memorable when it was recorded by Frank Sinatra and others. Listen to the Boston Pops version and name that tune.
Lamar, Justin.
Send in the Clowns.
Correct for 10 points. Your first bonus question worth 5 points. You want to get your pencils out for this. If a player hits 9 home runs in 54 games and continued at that pace, how many homers would he hit during a 162-game season?
$27.
Yes.
Correct. What type of real number is a non-repeating, non-terminating decimal?
Irrational.
For 15 points, find the derivative of 2 pi x squared.
4 pi x.
4 pi x.
And for 20 points, find the integral of 2 pi x squared dx.
Hold on. Okay, pi x cubed. Pi x cubed. No, wait, hold on. No. Two-thirds. Hold on.
This is a tough
Got a
one.
few more seconds.
Two-thirds pi x cubed.
2/3 pi x cubed.
You forgot the constant.
Plus the constant.
Plus
That's all but the constant. Well, that does mark the end of our bonus round. As you heard, when we come back, we will take a look at that scoreboard, see how they were doing, and also teams will have the opportunity to choose from these categories: genres, geography, German, and that mystery category. Stay with us on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. To the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We're about to begin round 3, but first let's take a look at that scoreboard. We have Kempner with 55 points right now and Lamar at 190, but still half the game to go, so let's get started. This begins our 60-second round, but before we begin, we want to let you know that all of the questions for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are written by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Now we're going to let Kempner begin and see if they can rack up some points here and choose a category first.
We'll take geography.
Geography. Now you will have 60 seconds to answer as many of these questions as you can, worth 10 points apiece. Judges, please begin the clock. On which island is Pearl Harbor situated?
Oahu.
In Beijing, just south of the Forbidden City, you'll find which square, the city's largest?
Tiananmen Square.
How many states are there in the coterminous United States?
48.
Vasari called this Italian city the nest and home of the arts, as Athens was.
Florence.
The Rub al-Khali Desert occupies which Asian peninsula?
The Arabian Peninsula.
This bay at Luzon Island is bordered on the west by the Baton Peninsula. Can
Manila.
you name it? Despite the name of this African country, the equator does not run through it.
Equatorial Guinea.
What are the two French-speaking groups in Louisiana?
Cajuns and Creoles.
The word apartheid is most closely associated with what country?
South Africa.
Some 85% of water used in the western United States is used for what purpose?
Irrigation.
Correct. Congratulations. And because of that, the team also gets an extra 20-point bonus added, so for a total of 120 points for Kempner. Now it's Lamar's turn to choose a category. Lamar?
The mystery category.
All right, the mystery category is in general information. Judges, please begin the clock. Academians who are intellectually aloof and above everyday concerns are sometimes said to live in what kind of towers?
Ivory.
If the entire sole of your foot rested on the ground when you were standing, what kind of foot? What's marching on in Julia Ward Howell's Battle Hymn of the Republic?
Saints.
Policemen are called gendarmes in what European country?
Gendarme.
France.
Players from what nation tend to dominate the world of chess?
Russia.
Into what country were Jacob and Joseph invited by its leader to eat from the fat of the land?
Canaan.
This December birthstone is Arizona's state gemstone, often found in the state's silver jewelry. Can you name it?
Turquoise.
Which term designates a period of mild, dry, hazy weather occurring usually in late October and early November?
Pass. Indian summer.
In the motion picture... Okay, how do we do on that? Will that answer
Okay,
be
I was
chosen?
looking down. Who said pass?
That was me.
Then you.
Okay, and the total point score for that was?
50 points.
You got 50 points, Lamar, for that, and now Kempner will have the opportunity to answer the questions missed or skipped by the other team. Those questions
3,
will
6,
be...
and 8.
3, 6, and 8. Question 3. What's marching on in Julia Ward Howell's Battle Hymn of the Republic?
Johnny.
His Truth. His Truth is marching on, that song goes. Number 6. Into what country were Jacob and Joseph invited? Correct. Number 8. Which term designates a period of mild, dry, hazy weather occurring usually in late October and early November?
Indian summer.
Correct. So you get 30 points on that one. And that marks the end of our 60-second round. Stay with us. We'll take a look at that scoreboard again, and we'll get the Stump the Experts round with even more difficult questions on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Welcome back to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge heading into the fourth round. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Kempner doing very well in the 62nd round and scoring now 195 to Lamar's 240, so a very close game. Let's head into our Stump the Experts round. Our first question is worth 20 points. It is a visual. Please take a look at your monitors in Houston's 2 studio. The painter was Theodore Jericho. What is the title of the painting? The Raft of the Medusa is what we were looking for 20 points. Your insurance company states in your policy that it will not pay for cosmetic surgery to remedy the results of an accident. The condition listed in your policy for which the company will not provide coverage is an example of what?
Lamar, Tony.
Liability clause?
Chance for Kempner.
Kempner, Karthik.
Unnecessary.
An exclusion in your policy for 15 points. Name the 5 largest heavenly bodies in our solar system.
Kempner, Eamon.
The Sun, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, and Uranus.
Correct, for 15 points. Here's a math question for you for 20 points. Find the 4th degree polynomial with leading coefficient of 1 that has 1, -1, 0, and 2 as zeros.
Lamar, Justin.
X to the 4th minus x cubed plus 2x.
Kempner, Samir.
X to the 4th minus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 2x.
A 15-point question for you. We hear much of France's support of the American Revolution, but a Caribbean country provided $6 million to the revolutionary effort, and at that time it was worth something. Name that country.
Kempner, Karthik.
Cuba.
Very good. For 20 points. This is a music question, so listen carefully. Identify this American march after listening to a few bars from the carousel version.
Lamar, Justin.
March of the Toy Soldiers.
Chance for Kempner. Oh, some blank faces on that one. This is the American Patrol. The American Patrol for 20 points. Name the 3 Italian volcanoes.
Too late.
Etna, Vesuvius, and Stromboli. For 15 points, 2 trains 160 miles apart start at the same time and meet in 2.5 hours. Find their speeds if one runs 8 miles an hour faster than the other.
Donna, you might want to repeat the question for them.
2 trains 160 miles apart start at the same time and meet in 2.5 hours. Find their speeds if one runs 8 miles an hour faster than the other.
Kempner, Karthik.
28 and 36.
For 20 points, centipedes, crustaceans, millipedes, and insects belong to the phylum
Arthropoda.
Arthropoda. What does the word arthropoda mean?
Lamar, Justin.
Insect.
Chance for Kempner.
Kempner, Karthik.
An exoskeleton.
It's jointed foot. For 15 points,
2-minute warning.
Malcolm X rose to prominence as a member of this black Muslim organization.
Lamar, Tony.
Nation of Islam.
Correct. For 15 points, here is a visual. Take a look at your monitors in the studio of Houston's 2. Earlier, you looked at Jericho's famous romantic painting, The Raft of the Medusa. Now look at this expressionist painting by Max Beckman and give me the title of the painting, which describes a famous event in history.
Consultation, Lamar.
Opportunity for
Time's up.
Kempner.
Time's up.
All right, the sinking of the Titanic. For 15 points. For the first time, 2 U.S. groups will share the annual Human Rights Prize given by a former U.S. president and a Houston philanthropist. The former president is Jimmy Carter. Who is the Houston?
Lamar, Justin.
Dominique de Menil.
Correct, for 15 points. For 20 points. To celebrate the 4th of July and inaugurate the naming of their new frontier town, a group of lumberjacks nailed a large American flag to the tallest tree in their village after stripping off its branches. What is the name of that city today?
Lamar, Tony.
Independence, Missouri.
Chance for Kempner.
Kempner, Samir.
Sedalia.
Flagstaff, Arizona. For 15 points. To what mythical being was Ovid referring when he wrote of that tuneful nymph who has not yet learned to conceal what is told her, nor yet is abler to speak till another speaks?
Lamar, Sergio.
Echo.
Correct, for 20 points. The 30 Years' War. The 30 Years' War ended with the Peace of Westphalia. Give me the year in which that settlement occurred.
Kempner, Samir.
1871.
All right, and that marks the end of the game. Judges, is the score correct? The score is correct. Let's take a look. Kempner, 260, and Lamar, 285. Congratulations to all teams for a job very well done. That marks the end of this game for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge, but join us again next week. We will be pitting James Taylor against Spring on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. See you then.
This morning at 10, don't miss the first ever live broadcast of the Livestock Show and Rodeo's Grand Champion Steer Auction. Join Sherman Chow and Larry Audis. A final look back at this year's rodeo. This morning at 10 on Channel 2. Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston-area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.